I'll recognize Ms. Kirschner and Lindsay Kirschner at this time.
Thank you very much for having us
You
here
can pull
today.
the mic as close as possible.
Okay. Once again, I'll thank you for having us here today. I'm here with my daughter, Lindsay, maintaining a commitment to pave the way so that other parents can make an informed choice in regards to the hepatitis B vaccine. Lindsay is representative of all the children who fall under the mandate. 6 months before the vaccine, we had an idyllic life, reveling in the joy of Lindsay's bat mitzvah, perfect in every way. Lindsay received the hepatitis B vaccine 2 days before entering high school. The next day, she seemed flu-like. The day after that, so dizzy, she couldn't stand up without holding the walls. The following day, she passed out. So our life goes since August 1997. Lindsay has had syncopal and pre-syncopal episodes. Her ability to stand was compromised for almost 6 months due to unremitting dizziness. Following our doctor's advice, unknown the vaccine was the culprit, Lindsay had the series of 3. It was on the 3rd shot Lindsay became so violently ill within 2 hours that I knew the vaccine was the catalyst of her illness. At 16, Lindsay should be having fun with friends, dating, and driving. Instead, her days are filled with doctor visits, 15 specialists, MRIs, CAT scans, spinal taps, ER visits, and hospital admissions. Lindsay is plagued on a daily basis with headaches of a severe kind, joint pain, seizures, nausea, hair loss, dizziness, gastroesophageal reflux, and extreme fatigue. She has been diagnosed with an acquired dysautonomia and is unable to hold food down with frequent retching and vomiting. She takes a minimum of 10 medications daily, and if she misses one, her ability to stand is in serious jeopardy for up to a month. We have traveled to specialists in 4 states and will be traveling to doctors in 2 more states before July. Unfortunately, Lindsay is not isolated in her journey. After WPLG Miami health reporter Christy Kruger broke Lindsay's story, the first one to air in the country, I heard from dozens of people who have been or have family members affected by this vaccine. This illness is an emotional and extreme financial drain, as I am hardly able to work, depending on my family to support us, and often feeling like a beggar for our survival. As a single parent, this vaccine has ripped a part of our lives that can't be replaced. Lindsay, my former National Junior Honor Society president in 8th grade, is now on a 504 disability plan, missing 70 days of 9th grade and pushing beyond that in this, her 10th grade year. What about her future, college, a career? Will my son David ever forgive me for being so unavailable last year when he was a senior, now that he's 3,000 miles away in LA? The joy of his scholarship offers and prom departure all took a back seat to Lindsay's illness, or the fact that he's spending his birthday on a plane so we could be at this hearing after just returning Sunday from his first year at USC. What about Lindsay's puppy Frisbee and bird Boca, who are boarded almost as much as they're at home? What about our shattered lives, barely a fragment left of what used to be? Tragedy is not supposed to be the American way. Lindsay nor anyone should have to live like this because scientific studies weren't done to determine if this vaccine was safe to give to every child. My daughter shouldn't have to suffer like this because government officials and drug company executives didn't do their jobs. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony, and now we'll recognize Lindsay Kirschner.
Thank you. Okay. I'd just like you to imagine having a life like the one that follows. Your day starts at 2 a.m. when your body starts jerking uncontrollably and a burning smell fills the air. After your body relaxes, you drift back to sleep, only to be awakened a short hour later, overcome by nausea. You reach for the bowl that's always on the side of your bed because you've had this feeling before, and you know it's not going to be pretty. Maybe you get another 2 or 3 hours of sleep, but a soothing voice awakens you at 6:15 because it's time to get ready for school. You feel a killer headache approaching on the ride, and you dread the thought of sitting in classrooms for the next 6.5 hours while fighting constant dizziness and nausea. When you try to take your Algebra 2 test, you realize that you've forgotten the formulas to use, even though you wrote them more than 25 times in your homework last night. As the day passes, you look at other kids and long to be normal like them. And maybe for 10 minutes, in between constant aches and pains, you manage to forget your problems and feel like you do belong. But then a sudden sharp pain in your arm, or the urge to vomit, reminds you how different you truly are. Let's face it, you haven't made it through one full week of school in this your 10th grade year of high school. You struggle to keep your head up throughout the remainder of the day and are relieved when the dismissal bell finally rings. When you get home, forget watching Rosie or MTV. Your eyes are already closing, and so you fall into the comfort of your bed and stay there for the next couple hours. If you manage to wake up in time to do all of your homework, then you struggle to finish it because sitting at the computer brings constant dizziness. Later, when you start retching, you instantly regret eating the food that you had for dinner, whether it be nachos or pasta, and you vow never to eat it again, even no matter how delicious it tastes. Although you are anxious to get more sleep, the thought of nighttime evokes anxiety, because as you lie in bed, you know that in just a few short hours, the painful cycle will begin again, and your struggle will continue. To most of you, this would just be a bad dream, but it is the reality I have faced for the past 2 years, and no matter how hard I pinch myself, it won't go away. Thank you.